Unfortunately for him, 2 weight classes in the end tonight, but we'll see what Fulton has to offer here tonight at 135.
Foster wants to use his reach to own the distance, stiff jab, long straight shots, and those slick pivots into the switch stance counters that keep Fulton guessing. We're going to see him feint, draw reactions, and pick the cleaner shots from the outside. And you know what? With his cardio and accuracy, the plan is simple. Bank early rounds, stay disciplined, and outwork Fulton before the fight ever gets close.
And as you're saying that, Mauro, Foster is doing just that. The jab, keeping Fulton guessing. Little feints here and there. Fast jab, changing the timing of the jab as well is key for this fight for Foster.
Fulton says the Inoue loss changed him. He says he saw who turned their backs and it reshaped his mentality. It taught him patience in life and in the ring. He knows opinions are split on this fight, but he's clear. None of that matters once the bell rings. He says what matters is the patience, composure, and lessons he's bringing with them. And Philly is being represented in his corner by none other than Danny Garcia.
And Duran Boots Ennis as well.
Yes, and Bozy Ennis is his trainer. So Philadelphia is loud and proud here tonight, but O'Shaquie Foster, home is Orange, Texas.
Well, look, with Foster coming off a trio of split decisions, including that very controversial loss to Robson Conceição, it really is up to him to pick up the pace.
Good left hand by Fulton.
And really take command to leave no doubt in this fight.
Nothing rhymes with Orange, but Orange, Texas population, 19,000 on the Louisiana border, 113 miles east of Houston. It lies on the Gulf of Mexico.
That was a beautiful right hand from Foster, but before that, Fulton went in with the looping jab and overhand right.
Muted start to the fight. Single digit connects, but we thought we'd see this. I mean, 2 highly skilled technicians will take their time to collect data, see what the other gives them, and then things will warm up. And you don't want to fight with emotion. You don't want to fight with anger, despite how in attendance supporting cool boy step Stephen Fulton, who was trained by Duran's father, Bozy Ennis. Round number 2. Overhand right just misses for Fulton. Fast hands, sharp jab by Fulton. But yet, it's Foster with a freakishly long 72-inch wingspan for what is normally his 130-pound weight class. He has to maximize that.
Yeah, there's a good right cross from distance from Foster. He's definitely coming out more aggressive this fight, looking to be more offensive and not waiting till the second half.
I like those feints right there from Foster. And the reason why the right hand hasn't landed from Fulton is obviously the reach, the height, the way that Foster's keeping that reach and that distance right now.
Crowd reacting to something that's happening in the crowd, but we'll focus our attention on this fight. I was hoping they'd be as excited for this fight, but
well, the action is picking up a bit here this round. Interesting that Fulton's
maybe Wemby's shown up. Maybe it's Victor Wembanyama making an appearance.
I think it may have been crowd fisticuffs, okay? You know the crowd can pop for that.
Oh, yeah.
Good action here. I was mentioning that Fulton's doing a lot of circling away this round, yet he told us him and Bozy have worked on being the dog, being first and last with the combinations and making Foster fight him.
Yeah, he can. I don't think he can in this fight. He's going to open up
jabs from Foster,
that.
doing a good job keeping Fulton at the end of his jab. You know, Foster says last year was rough and people started acting like he didn't deserve his spot, but he insists he's made the right changes. This version of him will be sharper than ever. He says he's disrespected, and he says he plans on making everyone pay for doubting him, especially Stephen Fulton.
Most importantly for Foster, he was upset his peers in the division looked at him as a weak champion who didn't step on the gas when the opportunities were there.
The other champions at 130, Eduardo Nunez. Emmanuel Navarrete, also a belt holder. at 130, and now Foster, again, from distance, doing a good job throwing the combinations. The jab lands, the right hand blocked by the high guard of Fulton. There's a nice jab from Fulton.
Foster's taking command of the center of the ring and really dictating the terms here.
Yeah, no clean punches yet from either side, but definitely Foster taking control of this round.
Foster outlanding Fulton 2-1 in this round, throwing double the punches as well. Speed, but this guy has some of the fastest hands in boxing. Gary Russell Jr., longtime champion, who's taken over after the passing of his father, Gary Sr., and his brother, of course, doing his business at 140 pounds.
Not to correct you, Mo, but it's Mr. Gary Russell.
Oh, I apologize. Show some respect. Put some respect on that man's name. Round number 3 begins, and now the speed of Fulton on display. Comes up with a jab, pivoting. Sharp jabs. Oh, but see, the longer range of Foster.
Fulton's got to show us something this round, though. It's got to be where he makes the adjustments and starts to find his lane after a hot start for Foster.
He's got to take that jab away from Foster, and the way you do that is doing that. The jab fast, change it up,
right hand by Foster.
Upstairs, downstairs. There you go. You got to keep pushing with
still got to find the range. See, Foster hits him right with the jab, keeping him at the end of the punches. It's in the good range for Foster. Now on the inside, this is where Fulton could do some work.
Yeah, you got to start disrupting that rhythm that Foster has. Jab, downstairs, upstairs, change it up,
There's
getting close.
Jab again for Foster. The line. Oh, nice right hand splits the guard of Fulton. You see Fulton jabbing, but it's not at the distance. Can't close the gap. Man, Fulton was a unified belt holder, 122, current champion at 126, and you mentioned, Brian, now jumping up 2 weight classes. And
well, the crazy thing is, the narrative before he missed weight was going for the 3-division champion, and he told us, I'm moving up to 135 anyway.
He had the opportunity to become the first Philadelphia fighter to become a 3-division champion, which is saying something when you look back at the history of the city of brotherly love in the ring.
No doubt about it, and what Fulton told us was he thought he was going to stamp his Hall of Fame resume by doing that, and
you
then
don't do that by missing weight.
Division.
If anything, that's a strike against you going to the Hall of Fame as far as I'm concerned. A minute left in the 3rd round.
Yeah, Foster making it really difficult. I'm sorry. Yeah, Foster making it really difficult for Foster to get in.
Controlling the pace, the terms, and those punches are hitting the shoulder. There's this side stance, a shoulder roll here of Foster, so Fulton unable to land anything clean.
It's overreaching.
That jab all night. Good defense. Pull counter there was open for Foster.
Double, triple jab. That's what Fulton has to do.
Foster beginning to gain confidence, really in control of this fight thus far.
He looks absolutely fantastic to start. Like we mentioned, controlling that center of the ring, working behind the jab. It's really going to put the pressure on Fulton to land something big to change this momentum.
This is round number 4. Again, still scheduled for 12 rounds at 135.
Well, Foster opening up this round southpaw. We saw Fulton switch briefly last round, but an interesting strategic change here from the champion.
Mentioned it at the start of the fight, switching stances. switching tactics, looking to solve each other in real time.
Let's see if it works for him because he ate a right hand earlier.
Sharp jab from Foster. And he's now southpaw. So both of them will switch stances. And Fulton unable to close the distance. Foster's timing is impeccable right now.
And you do have to wonder now, 2 divisions north of his last fight, does Fulton have the power to change the terms of this?
He's not known for his power, just 8 knockouts. Foster, 12 of his 23 wins have come, so neither are known for their one-shot power, but
they can't hurt you.
They can hurt you, but maybe just too much for Fulton, and you have to, and again, he's a professional. I don't want to overly criticize him that much, but he needed to be on weight, wasn't, and now you wonder. And that's why I ask you, the mental aspect of this game.
That was a good setup last time out for Fulton when he had Foster against the ropes, feinted to open up
Nice
room
left
for that
hand
right
by
hand.
Foster.
Yeah, everything's working for Foster right now. The timing's there, the speed, the movement. I mean, he has Fulton where he wants him. He has him at bay.
Yeah, right at the end of his punches, right at the end of the jab. There's the right hand. He's right in range where he needs to be to land. And Fulton is unable to close the gap. Trying, but that stick is keeping him at bay. There was a check right hook by Foster in the pivot. Final minute of the 4th. My goodness, Fulton just 3 of 25 in this round. Foster 7 of 40, so neither high percentages in terms of connects. But the jab of Foster's been the predominant weapon.
And here from the southpaw stance, getting off with the left cross, just giving Fulton different looks. And this is not the Foster of recent fights who can circle away a lot, be more of a pot shotter. This is the fighter who's taking control of what he called the biggest name to step in the ring across from him in the form of Fulton.
Yeah, Foster knew exactly what he had in front of him. He studied Fulton really well. You could tell he did his homework, and he's fighting beautifully right now.
Left hand lands for Foster. Fulton on the back foot, high guard, unable to pull the trigger. It's almost Shockey Foster. The Russell family, ooh, I love that sweater. Whoop-dee indeed for Gary Antoine Russell. 140-pound belt holder. He'll be watching with vested interest the main event tonight between Cruz and Roach.
That performance last time out that Gary Antoine gave against El Rayo Valenzuela.
Beautiful.
That's a determined man right there.
And that's what you want to see right now.
The man who beat Cruz for the title.
Yeah, that's what you want to see from Fulton. Determination. You got to go in there, let your hands go there. You got him against the ropes. Start working a little bit more.
He's not landing. Foster's landing off the ropes.
Yeah, but you got to keep trying.
Got to keep trying, but can't keep doing the same thing. Got to change. Make adjustments, especially in this fight.
Well, Foster's definitely not making it easy for him.
Yes, you've got to find your range, exactly. That's the Fulton corner saying what I've been saying all fight long.
Foster looks so comfortable here on the southpaw position.
Oh, and he tags him again. Yeah, this is a very comfortable, composed, and highly effective Shockey Foster.
And that's the best. Like, everything you worked on in the gym is working. It's coming to play, and you got to be satisfied if you're Foster.
And look, we talk about not fighting emotionally, and I'm not saying Foster is doing that, but you wonder if all of the beef between them, the missing weight, has at least fueled him, put some more push behind him, and he's showing that confidence tonight.
Great point. And man, that jab knocking Fulton off balance. Fulton's only loss against pound-for-pound staple Naoya the Monster Inoue. But again, struggled against Carlos Castro, but comes off a amazing performance in the rematch against Brandon Figueroa, where he completely outclassed him with his sweet science, but this is a completely different fight.
And he made so many adjustments that fight, and
he needs to start making them here.
There it is.
Yeah. And this is a fight that if Fulton loses, of course, you got to start thinking about moving back down.
He's still a champion at 126.
Yep, that's where he's.
But can he make it? That's the question.
If we couldn't make 130, I wonder.
Yeah, the thing is that you're going to come across taller people, taller fighters, bigger guys.
We all love pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving. Wonder if he didn't slip an extra slice or two to miss weight. Just over 30 seconds left in the fifth, and Oshaki Foster dictating the terms of this 135-pound encounter.
I hate to say it, but after the press conference this week, Fulton did tell media members he had 2 desserts after Thanksgiving and was able to have 2 Thanksgiving meals in all.
Shame on him.
Tough comment to hear when you see what happened on the scales on Friday.
Ice water, Oshaki Foster as cool as a cucumber. Smart adjustment in this matchup.
Up to this point, Foster's doing everything he said. He said he was going to be more active. He said he would take the fight to Fulton. He said he would open up the eyes of the fans to show him who he really is. I'm wondering if Chalky is opening up the best version of himself we've seen tonight.
Yeah, and I think it's going to come to a point where Foster is going to find those moments where he might be able to push Fulton back, those openings right there, because Fulton, he's going to try to land those shots. He's going to open up. He's the smaller fighter. There it is.
Knocked off balance again by Foster, and Fulton just frustrated, unable to do anything right now against Foster. It's quite incredible to watch.
Outside of those right hands to the body, you're right.
You look at the stats, they're putrid for Fulton right now.
How does he get inside to be able to have success against that reach? It's not working out well so far.
And there's one of the toughest ways to lose, getting outboxed, not being able to land anything.
Sharp left hand lands for Foster on the face of Fulton. And Foster can do this all night long. We just saw her as Landy Lara. Joanne Gonzalez, which wasn't entertaining to say the least, but for some reason this fight there's a tension. And it's not the same fight. Although Fulton is having about as much success as Gonzalez did against Lara. But Fulton just controlling the center of the ring, clean, effective punching, ring generalship, defense. It's all ice water. And there Fulton tries to land a punch blocked by the guard. The wing blocked by Foster.
Well, Foster said it himself to us this week in the Fighter Rankings. He said Fulton's biggest issue is he doesn't handle range well. He predicted that we'll see Fulton looking to hold more as this fight progresses, as the fatigue sets in of trying to figure Foster out.
Under a minute left in here in the first half of this 12-round encounter.
Not seeing a single jab from Fulton.
He can't close the distance. He's got the shorter reach.
Yeah, he's got the shorter reach, but you got to try to take away that jab by pushing his jab down. Attempting something at least. There it is.
We haven't seen Fulton successfully make any adjustments thus far, and this fight is half over. Fulton in the corner, Foster unloading Fulton, pivoting. The first half of this fight belonging to Oshaki Icewater Foster. And Foster, well, he's fought to 3 straight split decisions. The fight before that, the dramatic come from behind 12th round knockout to keep his belt against Eduardo Hernandez. Now we're seeing how he fights with a lead for once. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive.
Foster's yet to return to that orthodox stance since making that adjustment 3 rounds ago.
He continues to pick off Fulton. Parrying the jab.
Yeah,
That reach is something, man. It really is for his weight class. Just crazy reach.
Yeah, he started off good, Fulton. Double, triple jab, but again, the reach, the stance, he can't figure out this southpaw stance right now. He's walking to the opposite side. He's walking to the strong hand, which is the left.
I think Foster's got faster hands on top of him. That's been a big part of his success tonight.
But it's just not in reach to let him go.
Look, these are 2 elite fighters, but this is on its way to not becoming, I think it is, a master class.
Master class. And it's no big tricks. It's the fundamental stick, the jab. It does everything, leads to all roads in boxing. And Fulton trying, but he's hitting the arms, he's getting picked off the gloves. He's yet to land one punch of consequence, and we're here in round 7.
Couple body
And the fans
shots.
are booing.
Yeah.
Because it's all one-way traffic. It was a 50-50 pick-em fight on paper. My goodness, it's anything but in actual reality.
Now this is where you have to give Foster so much credit. He's not fighting like the fighter he was getting criticized for being in his last 3 fights, which all were split decisions. He won 2 of them. He avenged that disputed loss. He's fighting like a front runner, a confident champion tonight.
Really confident, really clean punches. Like I said, everything's landing, everything's working for him. And you want to continue to do that, but there will come a point where he's got to press on the gas.
Right hook lands on Fulton. 30 seconds left in the 7th.
Fulton doesn't look discouraged in terms of his body language.
Guess how many punches Fulton has landed in this round?
How many?
1.
Wow.
Maybe he should look discouraged at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure that mentally right now he is. Has not showed it yet though, body-wise.
Where's his partner in crime, Mace? He's probably here as well. Hey, Ma! Mama Ranallo watching in the mighty metropolis of Mount Lehman, British Columbia, Canada. We hope you're enjoying the action wherever you may be watching. Larry Hazard's unofficial scorecard, and yeah, one-way traffic for O'Shaquie Foster.
Fulton's starting to have a bit of success with these quick counter right hands in close.
Yeah, and the corner told him, hey, it's time to
Counter left hand lands for Foster.
and he's doing just
Another
that.
left hand by Foster. Fulton starting to become unnerved here. Swinging wildly, gets picked off again with that left hand. Head's not off center line. Now he ducks. But he's pulling back in a straight line, and you don't expect that for a guy with his credentials. Counter left again by Foster. Fulton's trying. It's just he's hitting air.
Yeah.
Like there. I mean, look at the stats, you guys.
Just getting outworked too much.
Are you shocked?
I'm shocked.
Foster?
I'm absolutely shocked by this. But I can't say it enough. We're watching the full evolution of what the pro version here of O'Shaquie Foster can do as champion. He's fixed some of the things that have held him back. He's active. He's commanding the center of the ring. He's not running. Nope. Is it matchup dependent, or are we watching a fighter really come into full bloom and maturity here?
Raised by his grandmother's mother, passed away when he was 12. Father wasn't around. He felt compelled to stay strong for his 5 brothers and 1 sister. And you know they're all enjoying his performance here tonight. Back home in his native state of Texas, looking to put the star in Lone Star State.
And this is the same city where he won his first world title against Ray Vargas.
A former Bellator, yes. So he's had success in San Antonio. Thus far for Stephen Fulton, it's been anything but a successful night.
Yeah, wow, he's been fighting there. Fulton, he hasn't landed. Can't get in.
Can't stress enough how dominant Foster is simply with the jab. Foster trying to knock Fulton down, a little more aggressive. Yes, we're hearing too many voices for sure. So problems in the corner, problems in the fight for Stephen Fulton tonight. Round number 9.
And they're telling
and look
them all
at
the
this,
right things.
Huge discrepancy in terms of total punches landed.
Wow.
This isn't an offensive onslaught by any means, but it's the Harlem Globetrotters against the Washington Generals there with the 120, 111, 38.
Foster switching back to orthodox for the first time since round 3. And look, it may have taken Foster a long time to really build his name as a pro, build consistency, and show us what he's really got. But he was a 2012 Olympic alternate, losing in the finals of the trials against future world champion Jojo Diaz Jr.
And he avenged that loss to Olympic gold medalist Robson Consensau to begin his second reign. So started boxing at a young age, 8, made his pro debut at the age of 18. And now in his 27th professional fight, putting on one of his best performances.
And I was going to say, had some life hiccups in between.
Left hand hurts Fulton. The hiccups.
Yeah, served time in prison in 2017, served 10 months for aggravated assault, but he said it was watching Terrence Crawford's undisputed clash at 140 against Julius Indongo that woke him up to realize he has the skills to be right there with the champions in the game.
Fulton landed 47 punches against Inoue in 8 incomplete rounds. Foster's held him to fewer than that tonight. Just over a minute left in the 9th.
He's already bleeding from his mouth, Fulton, and I know I'm going to sound repetitive right here, but this is what the corners tell Fulton, and it's easier said than done, but yeah, you got to throw punches. Back him up, throw punches, but that's exactly what you need to do. Try it.
Look, I'm reading on the bio sheet that the reach advantage for Foster is only 1.5 inches. It looks like so much more.
1.5 miles.
But at this point, Fulton is already beaten.
Yep.
Physically and mentally.
Yeah, he looks it.
Yeah.
30 seconds left in the 9th. I mean, it's just amazing how he's unable to close the distance, and as we said, he's not landing anything. 42 of 320 punches so far in this fight for Fulton compared to 125 of 407 for Foster. Incredible. Oh, it's all about the wrist. Both to face Davis in a rematch. Both Cruz and Roach have gone 12-round distance with Davis, both losing, but The main event still to come tonight. Here's round 10 of this 135-pound matchup as Fulton becoming aggressive. Referee shortly telling him not to hold, but Fulton's got to do whatever it takes. Oh, eats the 1-2 from Foster. Back to an orthodox stance. The silence says it all. It's incredible what he's doing to a two-division champion. Weight classes for a reason.
Weight class for a reason, levels for a reason, and Foster right now is just showing everything. And making it look so easy, too.
Go. I got you. Break.
Abner, do you think he's been more effective as a southpaw or the orthodox stance tonight?
Yeah, both sides. Yeah, I mean, it's just a fighter that's been doing everything and everything he can in this fight. Showing different arsenals, different ways to fight Fulton, beating him, pushing him back, fighting backwards, counter-punching, I mean, just everything.
Midway through the 10th, Fulton landed a fight-high 8 punches in round 3. Hasn't been over 5 landed in any other round.
And the
Can't believe I just said that.
I know, and the bad news for Fulton is that Foster fights better in the championship rounds. He has 3 12th round knockdowns secured in his career up to this date.
Just over a minute left before we head to the proverbial championship rounds. I don't want to call that in this fight because it's just a 135-pound fight. Saying vacant interim title makes me want to puke, so I won't. Although I guess I just said. Under a minute left in round 10. Vacant interim. Can you believe it, dude?
I have no idea what that means.
It's like Joe Goosen said, it should be the vacant interim silver title or some nonsense. Just over 30 seconds left in the 10th. Fulton trying to come forward, but again, unable to land cleanly.
I got you. Stop.
And you just don't know what else he can do. I mean, Abner, you're the professional 3-division champion.
What can Fulton do to perfect
I mean, I don't know if there's anything he can do.
Yeah, there is something, but I mean, that's going to give Foster a lot more opportunities to hit and to land, which is try.
Right hand curl.
Let the hands go.
Well, Foster's letting his hands go. And Foster threw 82 punches. Rest in peace, Nips.
2 more rounds, fellas.
All right, round 11.
Up, baby.
Let's see if we see the urgency now from Fulton in these next 2 rounds.
Stop.
Leading with his head and gets warned for it. Total punches through 11, or make that 10 rounds, not 11. We're in round 11. But now counting. I mean, I don't know what more to say, Brian.
It's a broken record at this
astounding.
point, but it's been a fantastic performance as Foster goes back to that southpaw stance. Is just doing whatever he wants out there. Never seemed to be hurt by any punches from Fulton. Was never bothered by any adjustments.
Fulton
was
on the receiving end of 20 power punches landed in round 10 by Foster. Fulton has landed 28 in the fight, guys.
Very hard, Shaq.
Mamma mia!
Wow.
This is how you pay back the disrespect that Foster felt he had taken.
Yeah, now you can walk him in. You can hit him with a hard kick.
See blood coming from the nose now with Fulton.
Why not, right?
And this is going to be a hard fight to come back from, because not only you lost, you took a beating. You took a beating mentally, physically. It's a hard loss for Fulton.
How can he try to close the distance? What adjustment? I mean, again, I know I'm not wanting to put you on the spot. I'm just trying to find something.
I mean, I'm not even sure he has the stamina left to try the fade.
I mean, he smothers his offense as soon as he gets inside.
I mean, the answer is be the Philly fighter. That sometimes we criticize him for not having big-time power, for being. You got to get inside. You got to make it a war. You got to toe the line of what's legal here.
Boy, he could really use a smoking Joe Frazier left hook right about now. Under a minute left in the 11th. O'Shaquie Foster.
Ooh.
Oh, there was a punch landed, and now Fulton getting beaten up with that jab. The face beginning to show the vestiges of battle in the assault of O'Shaquie Foster, walking him down. Under 30 seconds left in the 11th. There was a counter right, but blocked by Foster.
Good defense by Foster, even in the pocket, even as he's walking Fulton down.
Jab lands again from the southpaw stance of O'Shaquie Foster.
O'Shaquie Foster.
Foster taking Fulton to school.
Follow you down.
Now, final 3 minutes.
Easy fight. Thank you.
Are you saying he turned him into schoolboy stuff?
Amen. And it's been a painful lesson. Foster opening up. Counter, catch and shoot by Foster, and now Foster more aggressive, wanting to put a exclamation point on this fight, which has been one-way traffic. Cannot stress how dominant this fight, this performance has been by Foster.
This might be a star-making performance. It's that powerful against a truly talented and accomplished opponent.
I got you. Break.
Yeah, talk about a perfect fight for Fox.
Scores the action 117 to 111. Judge Esther Lopez sees it 118 to 110, and Doug Robinson scores the bout 119 to 109. All three in favor of the winner. He is now the interim WBC lightweight title holder, Icewater O'Shaquie Foster.
O'Shaquie Foster fostered the victory.